Today we're going to be talking about the last remaining monarch in the Pacific, more specifically the country of Tonga. Link to the original videos down in the description below. If you like the commentary and discussions we have here on my channel, consider subscribing. And we also have a playlist to any future or past Tonga videos down in the description. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
We've got sporting greatness, a legion of loyal and joyful fans, and some of our cultural practices are interesting. But one of Tonga's most unique...
That's kind of funny. That was a funny intro. I obviously don't know the cultural influence. This is my first time really ever learning about this country. I saw this video recommended to me, and I was like, "Oh, interesting! A monarch in the Pacific. Let's talk about it."
Features is its monarchy. The House of His Majesty King Tupou VI, Fale o Tupou, is the only remaining monarchy in the Pacific, and it's hugely influential and important to Tongan society.
That's some beautiful singing. Does anybody know what that song is, or what the singing is called? It sounded really good. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it one more time.
Hi, Robert.
Hello.
Great to see you.
Oh, hello, finally.
I know.
Oh man, that guy's tall.
Every year, Robert Filo brings tourists through to the eastern side of Tongatapu. This sleepy village of Moa was once a seat of power in ancient Tonga. And here, you'll find these unique pyramid-like structures known as langi.
Langi. How many of these, maybe they might mention it in this video, but if you're new to this channel, welcome. I ask a lot of questions because I want to learn and I'm trying my best to learn. One of the things that you're going to consistently see me interested in is food, culture, especially architecture. I'm not an architect, but I love seeing the things that humans have left behind for us to appreciate today, right? And so this is why I'm asking this question is, were these built right, like pretty regularly, or not regularly, everywhere? Were they built everywhere or just specific places?
One was built around the 16th century during the rule of Telea himself as his burial mound. They tied these rocks to the side of double-hulled canoe, and then hundreds of men, they have the ropes pulling with the rolling logs.
Oh, I see.
Bringing them ashore. Just marvel the construction.
Yes.
You can close your eyes for a minute in there and see the people working really hard under the authority of Telea to construct such a monument.
These langi are physical reminders of our ancient dynasties. Established around 900 AD, the Tu'i Tonga was the paramount ruler of ancient Tonga. Later, two other branches sprung forth, Tu'i Ha'atakalawa and Tu'i Kanakupolu, usurping political power and influence.
Or maybe we need to, because this is interesting how it straight off to, and there was clearly multiple trees. Maybe we need to learn about these dynasties, because I don't want to ask like what happened, like the split and all this stuff, because I think there's going to be a bigger conversation. But I think we definitely need to check that out, because if there's anything I've learned through covering other countries and other cultures, sometimes these minor splits in families can lead to some big, events, historical events, change in culture, food. It's incredible how what may seem like a history book really has had so much significance in what we see today.
From the Tu'i Tonga, who then became a spiritual figure instead.
He says talking chief. So what is a talking chief?
Taufa'ahau hono sino pa koe founga o tau tauhi a tau tolu ki aina e whai ki herere i taha. Ko tau tolu kai ke whai ho tau whatongia. Na e o mai ai ke tau tauhi a kia ki nau tolu. Ka pau te utala whakatātā. Tanga whewhe tua e o tulangi. Lotonga I heni ai toko lau kilu. Koe nau whai e ngā ue koe o tulangi, o kutalaki he ngahi a honi tōku ana e whaka ngā ue pōpula i nau tōru. No, koe tui tō ngāna e toko tahape. Ka pauna anau pōpula, o si fuoloa hono tā mate e tu i tapuange, pa mo e tu i mi ono aho mo i kau hou e ki. He fu toko lahi ange kakai. Ka koe hea uhinga nei kai ke whai pehe ai. He nā nau whai nau tōle ngā ue koe tui. Ko e nau tui, te nau mau ho nau inasi mo nau tā puaki pia mei he tui hange pe koe tau whai e mea ke lotu.
Oh, I love the way he put that. Oh my goodness, I love the way he put that. Because I remember, what video was I talking about where we were talking about some of the temples in, was it Nepal? Where were we talking about it? The thing about it is, like, some people see some of these monuments and these feats of human accomplishments. These are human accomplishments. These things were done. We couldn't do these things today, even with modern equipment, right? So it's like, there's a sense of like, there's this weird thing that like in modern, maybe it's just American interpretation of history sometimes, where like anything that's seen to have been hard is seen as a punishment, when that's not necessarily the case, right? We see other cultures where they even wrote down that they were proud. The people who were building it were proud of building it. And believe it or not, now that's how you get some of the seven wonders of the world, like some of the wonders of the world, some of the biggest temples, some of the oldest temples, cathedrals. Hard work in doing something impossible doesn't necessarily mean it's a punishment, right? Especially back then when, you're building, like he says, you're building for your own, your people, you're building for almost yourself in a way, right? Like, oh my gosh, he put it perfectly, because I was struggling so long to even know how to explain it. But I think he does a great job of explaining it. That, yeah, it's just so much more than just rocks or statues. And this is, I you guys know me. I can get on a rant about architecture, but one of the things that frustrate me in America is how Americans interpret anything that's hard as the worst thing in the world. And it's like, no, you just don't understand how faith works and with individuals. You don't understand. Like, okay, I'm gonna stop my rant because it's gonna make me upset. But yes, basically I'm frustrated with Americans sometimes, as you can tell.
This absolute monarchy thrived in ancient times, but where is it now? Towards the end of the 18th century, Tonga was plunged into civil war after the tyrant ruler, Tongatapu, was assassinated. The civil war would last 50 years until...
Oh my God, 50 years? We're going to probably study about this. We're going to learn about this. We're going to study together and learn, because that's a long time. And if it's 50 years, I know for a fact it's brutal. That's, whew. I did not expect to hear anything like that. That's wild.
Taufa'ahau, an ambitious and strategic rival, launched a campaign to take control of Tonga. Backed by Wesleyan missionaries, Taufa'ahau emerged victorious. 1845, he consolidated all three dynasties under one crown and was christened King George Tupou I, the first king and father of modern Tonga. 1875 saw the enactment of the Tonga Constitution.
Which I think that's another thing too. We need to see how you consolidate this, because I've learned to learning about the outside world, especially about Europe. We've been learning about Southeast Asia, and as we're starting to learn about also the Pacific, even just in different regions, the way consolidation works has been so different. And I'm really interested in how y'all would approach about it. And I'm also curious, again, whatever you say in the comments, I will be reading. What's your opinion on all this? Because the best way for me to learn is from you guys. So if you feel like, oh, maybe the consolidation or all these certain things may not be accurate, or it's accurate, let me know in the comments, because this is the only way I learn.
Which limited the powers of the monarch and granted greater freedoms to the people.
I would say that the first effect was a sacrifice on the monarch because his wide powers were now limited to only what is provided in the Constitution. I think the majority of the people, they gained the most privilege. They were granted freedom of slavery. Then they were given, most importantly, the freedom to the fruits of their labors, something they never experienced before.
The days of ancient Tonga faded and the modern monarchy took hold. So, does our modern royal family still carry the same political and spiritual power they once wielded?
You never saw people walking past the palace with an umbrella open. As soon as they'd get to the corner of the palace, you'd see them put their umbrella down. I remember Queen Salote's car saw a man was on a horse riding towards her. He'd get off the horse and sit on the ground. But things have changed now.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I think you have to be accessible.
King Taufa'ahau Tupou IV was a champion for education. At one point, Tonga had more PhDs per capita than any other country in the world.
What? Wait, what? How did I not know about Tonga? And they had, at one point, the most PhDs per capita. That's crazy. Also, shout outs to him. Again, I don't really know him, you know, what his legacy or what he's done outside of just what they mentioned, but it's pretty cool to see a leader lean into education at some point. Because if we know now through history, the longer that people waited to lean into education, the worse it is for the future. But that's pretty cool that he did. And that's crazy that Tonga had that. Now I'm wondering, are they still in the top 5, 10 of PhDs? Because that's an incredible thing. Oh.
But with a better educated populace, grew an appetite for political reform.
We're not talking here about a replacement of the monarchy. We're talking about a democratization and a reform that will allow people to choose their government. It will allow the government to become accountable to the people.
Do you think that there will be a Western-style democracy here in Tonga and it's just a matter of time?
I think it'll happen in the future.
King George Tupou V relinquished many of his constitutional powers, ushering a new era of Tongan politics, monarchy and democracy. In the past, the monarch had the power to elect the government. Now, it would be the people.
Which we could argue. I mean, the thing is, it's like, naturally human beings, I think, will always lean towards democracy, right? But if you want a monarchy to really exist, I think you can make monarchies work with some sort of democracy, right? Like, you obviously, if you go full democracy, it's going to kind of conflict in a lot of ways. I don't know. I think there's a balance you could do. Like, again, I would need more examples of. I'm sure there is more examples, but the thing is, it's like democracy is pretty flexible if you allow it to thrive in the way that you want it to. Does that make sense? Whereas like some other ones, like, you know, your more fascist style rulings is, you know, it's very contradicted to everything. It's a whole separate rant, but basically what I'm saying is I think democracies can work alongside monarchies.
The way nobles and the royal family live and work has also changed.
The king, queen, crown prince, or the immediate royal family have an income from the government. But for myself and the rest of the royal family do not have an income from the government. Fortunately, my parents educated us overseas, so therefore we could work and earn our own living. For instance, 2 of my children are civil servants. They work in government. Perhaps the concept of the responsibility has changed very little, but for the royal family, it has always been a leadership role. We lead the people in Christian living, We lead the people in, hopefully lead the people in education.
Okay, this sound again. I don't know the greater context of how the actual government's running, but I do think that that's a good balance. You don't have the monarchy completely just spiraling out of control in wealth by all the families being able to rely or just get government income no matter what, right? They got to work for it somehow. Um, because I think it's just a good, even if they want to be public servants and they are, it's still like a good balance. Like it's a good checks and balance type thing, right? It's just, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, what do y'all think? Do you think it could be better? What are you guys looking for?
And in all our cultural activities, we also lead people then.
Tupou VI assumed the throne after his older brother's death 3 years ago. Today, the transition was complete. He was anointed with holy oil, adorned with a ring and sceptre, then crowned King of Tonga.
Receives the crown of royal dignity and honour.
I'll be honest. I mean, you guys have watched this channel long enough. I am a big fan of tradition. I'm a big fan of cultural moments. I would love to attend something like this. Not like a crowning, but just something of royalty. Like I see myself as just an average dude, but to be able to experience something like this would be life changing. Just to be able to see some type of, I don't know. I guess it's like it's a glimpse into times that were way before me. You know, does that make sense? I don't know. It's a taste into the past, the present, and the future, and that's why I love cultural moments like these.
Receives the crown of royal dignity and honour.
I think that we still need the constitutional monarchy. When His late Majesty granted the Constitution of Tonga, he did mention again and again how he had hoped that Tonga will remain Tonga for the Tongans.
Man, I love this video. Why do I feel so good? Also, what is this singing? What is it called?
Receives the crown of royal dignity and honour.
I think that we still need the constitutional monarchy. When His late Majesty granted the Constitution of Tonga, he did mention again and again how he had hoped that Tonga will remain Tonga for the Tongans.
Sorry, I rewound it because I want to hear the song again along with her quotes. This is kind of crazy, but like the video aside, the music, it's like late at night in the evening for me, or like late evening for me. This is usually when I record videos, and I feel like usually I'm like relaxed and just chilling, right? Like, excuse the word chilling, but like I feel, I don't know, I feel good. Like the music's so like, maybe I never really tried to react to music on this channel because of copyright. Like music copyright can be like really scary for YouTube channels. Because they can like nuke my channel. But the thing is, it's like, I think if I broke that rule, I think it would be for this. Because that's like, I wonder what they were saying. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should we cover more Tonga? I think we are. This touched on a little bit of everything, it seems like, without really giving the bigger scope of things. I did like how they gave a glimpse into what some of the original leaders were thinking and what they were doing. But I think it just shows, this is just a glimpse, that there's a lot of rich history here. And maybe this might be a place that I want to visit eventually, too. Let me know. And again, any questions that I ask, feel free to answer them. If you have any comments or greater context, let me know in the comments. I will be reading them. I love you guys. Check you on the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.